It's New Brew Thursday! Woo! And it's IPA Day! Woo! Version 2. Woo! Oh, that's so last statement.
Yeah.
Didn't we do that?
By the beard of Zeus, John!
Didn't we do that last year? Like a triple woo?
Okay.
Did we?
Do we need Version 2.0! Woo! Alright.
Maybe we didn't.
That's alright. It doesn't matter.
We did
Well, it happened now.
It happened now.
So next year we're going to have to do 4.
But we did 3 woos for the 3 beers that we're doing today. So for IPA Day this year, we thought let's celebrate a couple of the non-traditional IPA styles. So we're doing a traditional Indian Pale Ale from Speakeasy called the Vendetta Indian Pale Ale. Then we're doing a brown
An
IPA. IPA, yeah.
An India brown ale.
So it's a brown ale that's dry hopped from Dogfish Head, as you would expect, because it's weird, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then we're doing Wookey Jack, which is a black IPA from our friends at Firestone Walker.
A black rye IPA.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So the additional rye makes it delicious.
Yeah. We also have Aaron on the show, my brother.
What's going on?
Again.
Aaron!
He was on our first IPA episode, so...
And this time you didn't drink any absinthe, so all these beers won't taste like black
No,
licorice.
that was not that show. That was the black metal show.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Did anybody think to bring a bottle opener?
No, but there's one right over there above...
Oh, booyah.
there you go.
These are Matt's keys. Yeah, so he's got lots of keys.
There's a bottle opener.
It's too late.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Well, thank you for that.
We're gonna hook it up with these massive keys. Seriously, dude. Like, do you have 18 cars?
Well, dude, we don't have...
He's important now.
All right, so this beer... I was waiting for your car alarm to go off or something.
Yeah, I know, right?
So this first beer was sent to us by our friend Mike Sardina on Twitter.
Mike, woo!
Yeah, he sent it with the Russian River package. He sent us with Row 2 Hill 56 as like a bonus, I guess.
We're finishing off his,
it's from
his box.
Yeah, it's from Speakeasy. It's from their Bootlegger series. So
Did you forget propriety here?
No,
gotta cheers
I'm
first.
just loving it.
You
No,
are
you're
off
so
the show.
excited. So excited.
I'm leaving.
All right, so cheers to IPA Day.
IPA.
cheers.
Booyah.
And as
Cheers
you
to
said,
Speakeasy.
this is more of a traditional... Is this an IPA? This is an IPA, not a double, right?
No, it's just a straight up IPA.
Straight up IPA, 7.6, so it's riding that line.
And I like Speakeasy because a lot of their beers have all of their beers have the mob kind of focus. So they have the Godfather or the Big Daddy.
Yeah, they have cool labels too. I
Yeah.
mean, they're really simple, kind of Stone Brewing Company-ish labels, you know. Or maybe even like...
Silkscreen, that's
2 colors. you
Right.
know. Ale Smith has the same kind of thing going on.
Right.
And they
Yeah.
get really creative with those
This is... I'm
3-color labels.
Yeah, sorry. This is kind of on the high side, 7.8%. So it's kind of
7.6.
Oh, that is a 6.
Yeah. It's right on the
Thanks,
line.
thanks, font.
Right on the line, I think.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
7.5 the cutoff? Right
Yeah,
there?
that's that gray. Like between 7 and 8 is that like gray area.
It's one of those things that's like, do you call it a double because it's so at the bottom end? I'd call it an IPA.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah, I dare anybody to take a 7.5 and a 7.6 and be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on now. Like,
But it smells awesome.
This shit is danky dank.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
Wow.
this is like all kinds of it's almost like.
I'd say it's herb.
Yeah, I was
grassy.
gonna say it's almost grassy, herbalish. I was gonna go farmhouse, but it's not funky enough for that.
I was
But
making a different kind of reference, but whatever.
I mean, I think maybe that farmhouse-ish thing you might be getting is a lot of the malts coming through too. It's like good danky hops and then like a nice little, not maybe bready-ish kind of thing happening.
But I still got like that great big caramel punch that you expect from like a bigger IPA too.
yeah,
It smells awesome.
This is
and
lovely.
yeah, this is very delicious.
Ooh.
I definitely have no complaints.
Wow,
with
that's
this.
really like subtle.
So if you're wondering what IPA Day is, it's a little like self-created holiday, not self-created by us. We just support
It
it.
was actually created by Ashley the Beer Wench.
The beer wench, Ashley
And,
Ralston, Ryan Ross from Carl Strauss.
Is he still at Carl Strauss?
Is he? Did he move?
I don't know. He might
I
be.
think so. Yeah, I think
We
he's
don't
still
know.
the marketing guy for Carl Strauss. So they
Who
put
may
their
or
heads
may
together
not be
last
with
year
Carl Strauss.
and created IPA Day, and it was like a huge freaking success.
Yeah, it really
all
took off.
the breweries got behind it and whatever. And I know there's like a lot of like blowback as far as like, well, I celebrate IPA Day every day. It's like, well,
Yeah.
great, but today you get to celebrate it
Well,
for
I think
reals.
when Ashley did it,
And
she,
with other people.
Yeah,
she
for
kinda-
realsies.
modeled it after like I guess in the wine world, which I am not a part of the wine world at all.
John does not respect the wine world.
I respect it, but I just don't drink wine. They have like Cabernet Day.
Yeah.
That was actually
And-
Chardonnay Day.
Yeah,
Chardonnay
Whatever
Day.
the day is. And it's not about marketing an IPA. It's more about promoting an IPA to someone who might not drink IPA to show them this is what's out there and this is what an IPA is. And there's a whole bunch of different kinds of IPA out there. Like
There's like a million and 9 variations.
especially up in the triples. I mean, really hoppy, really high alcohol, just in your face,
Right.
like
And it's-
palate wreckers. You know?
Yeah,
And then
and-
there's like really subtle, really hoppy IPAs, and then there's IPAs that are very, Pacific Northwest, where they're more malt forward than anything else, just like the East Coast, that kind of thing. So it's all about awareness for.
Well, an
the style.
IPA is the most prevalent of the craft beer styles, in my opinion, and I think in the opinion of a lot of people. And it's
the
also
fastest rising at the very
right,
least.
and it's the style that I think most people get into initially when they jump into the craft beer world.
Right.
As they become hop heads, and it kind of defines them as being like, I am now a part of the craft beer world because I'm drinking these hoppy, delicious beers.
He's
I think
crazy,
that's-
over the top,
yeah,
compared,
it's
compared
one
to
of-
what you're used to drinking.
From what I've seen, you start off in the hoppy world, then you kind of go. Well, I'll take that back. You start off either in the hoppy world or the stout world.
That's kind of how I started.
Right. You start off in the hoppy or the stout world, and then you kind of move into. If you're in the stouts, you move into the IPAs, and then from IPAs you go into sour beers, and then you go from sour beers into like sessionable beers.
Yeah, because like framboise and lambics and stuff like that are not. I mean, those kind of beers, some of those fruit-based beers, like for me as a new craft beer drinker, which I still say I'm new, even though I've been doing this show for almost 3 years. I was new doing this show
Right.
the first time I did the show. The first time I had a framboise was like, this is a beer? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I thought beer was Coors Light.
I thought beer was manly.
And then, but after Coors Light, I had an IPA, and it's like, okay, this is also beer. But then you hit something like a framboise, and your mind's blown about the
exactly.
different styles out there.
Right.
So-
Belgians too.
But I
Belgians in general.
yeah, and I hated Belgians when I started the show, and now I freaking love them.
He likes Belgian people, not Belgian beers.
Yes.
Clarification. Literal net.
But IPA, I see what you're saying. It's like once you get past light lagers, it's like, where do I go? You can go. For me, it was pale ale. It was
Right.
Sierra Nevada pale ale, and that kind of gets you into the hop groove. And then
Well, see, and
IPA is a natural progression.
I put pale ales into the conversion category. Like that's what you're converted into craft beer with. It's when you really take your next step beyond pale ale that you're actually a member of the craft beer world, so to speak. And,
Ambers too. Are
right.
like
Not to say that you're like
transitioning.
not a member of the craft beer world if you like pale ales, but it's just kind of like that's the conversion process. And then when you start getting into these like higher hoppy IBU beers, it's like whoa, and you like them and whatever. It's like you've kind of fully committed.
It's actually kind of funny because like my like kind of craft beer epiphany thing. I mean, I was digging on beer and stuff for a while, and trying a bunch of different things. But the first beer that I had, and nice seeing you, Steve, was
I'm listening.
The first beer that like really like hit me in the head and was like, holy crap, this is beer was actually Stone 11th anniversary, which became Sublimely Self-Righteous,
yeah.
which was a black IPA.
That's
Black
like,
IPA.
Oddly
One of
enough.
the first black IPAs, if I remember correctly.
Well, one of the first ones that was really widely available. Yeah.
Right.
that's my favorite black IPA. Period.
Which I would have loved to have
there's a
done
lot
that.
of great
Yeah.
black IPAs out there, but that one for me every time is just like F
Yeah,
yes.
it's a win. We're gonna go to Dogfish Head now. We're heading out to the Milton, Delaware area, and we're drinking their Indian brown ale, not to be confused with their Native American red ale, which doesn't exist. But
Wait, what? Do you know something I don't know? Yeah, this is okay. So IPA is India Pale Ale, and Dogfish Head decided to do an Indian
brown ale.
brown ale. So it's not a black.
It's a
IPA.
liberally hopped brown ale.
Yeah, it's a brown ale.
It's hopped well and often.
Well and
often, according to the label.
Sometimes you gotta hop your beer.
Which is not surprising for someone like Sam because
Bird.
I mean, what does he make that's ordinary?
I'll tell you
Right.
what, there's a
So
candy.
cheers to Sam.
We'll get that.
And Aaron's just like, fuck you guys, I'm drinking this beer. What's up? Bam! That just happened.
I need to hurry up.
He's like, chugs it. Boom, I'm done.
Yep.
Not the point of the show, Aaron. Not
Just
the
for
point
the
of the show.
record, this beer is 7.2, so it's on the high end of an IPA.
Right.
Even though
Still
it's
within
not
the
an
style
IPA.
guidelines, but
Well, it's not within any style.
right.
Brown.
The style guidelines of this are completely skewed.
I don't even think
but
there is a BJCP brown hoppy
this-
brown ale.
Well, and I think Dogfish Head
also hasn't updated their style guidelines in like 5 years.
Well, they
or
have black
something, so.
ale.
right.
I
don't think they do.
Or is that Brewers Association?
That's Brewers Association.
Well, the BJC. Well, that's for a different discussion. But I think the BJCP and the Brewers Association are all the same kind of entity.
In any case.
Anyway, I could be completely wrong about that, and I'm sure I'll find out if I am. Email me.
YouTube will let us know.
Yes.
So, Aaron, what were you going to say about this?
I'm having a brain fart, but I cannot put what kind of candy this tastes like. Or
Tastes like or smells
it
like?
tastes and it has an aroma of a certain kind of like candy bar. That
I get
I'm-
caramel.
I get Werther's off of it.
Yeah, caramel.
It's almost like a not butter in a diacetyl way, but it's got that butter candy almost toffee flavor
There you
to
go.
it. Yeah.
There's a particular candy bar I'm thinking of. That is
Caramello.
I think that's it.
Whatchamacallit? I don't know.
No.
The caramello.
Caramello, that's what
It's
it
got
is.
just a hint of chocolate on it, and then it bursts through with that caramel note. And then it's finished up by it bitters and dries out with the hops, which is like fucking amazing.
This
I love
smells
this beer.
amazing.
Caramel dries out with a
It
hop.
tastes just as good as it smells. This is an amazing beer.
And
Yes, it is.
Who gave you
while
permission
we're
to
talking
speak?
about... Hey, were you going to say something, man?
Let's all be quiet so Matt can speak.
Go ahead, Matt.
Ooh, that spot you're standing
right,
on?
I'll talk.
Yep.
This is, as far as the aroma goes, very malt forward, but it's still, I think, it's not really hoppy in the aroma area. It's like a balanced, like you get like this hop malt thing happening. That's not like where it's like, oh, this smells sweet. It
Also-
smells really good. I don't know.
Well, there's other beers that we've had that are malt forward that have a hoppiness to it that it's almost like they're two distinct flavor profiles that are happening in the beer.
They're kind of conflicting.
Right. It's almost like, okay, here's all this malty goodness of a brown ale, and oh, by the way, slap you in the face with some hops.
It's almost like it's malty, but then the hops add a freshness to it. Like
Right, and that's what I'm saying with this.
Yeah,
Is like
yeah.
the hops, rather than slapping you in the face and being completely separate from the beer, blend together really well, and they dry out the beer a little bit, and then it gives you that nice little bitterness at the end. That's like, hey, by the way, there's a lot of hops in here.
Yeah, you do get some like citrus notes off the nose, though. I think like it's kind of
absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's got almost a nice like orangey kind of citrus quality. You know.
From what I understand,
Orangey.
it's made with a majority of noble hops too, or not. Yeah, like you're not going to use
The hops that dress in purple and are regal.
They were disappointed.
The hops that are like, hello.
The hops are like, feed them cake.
No, but they didn't use like anything extraordinary as far as like Falconer's Flight or Citra
Right. They didn't.
or
Yeah. It's
Simcoe Amarillo. They used pretty mellow hops with this, and I think that
Right.
was to complement the brown ale
Right.
side of
Yeah.
it. But it's a really
It's
good
a
beer.
definitely it's a very interesting style. It's not something I think that should be adopted as a specific style. It's
you
definitely
kidding?
a specialty beer.
I don't know, man.
It's definitely a specialty beer in my
I think
opinion.
there have been other ones that have come out that have been like inspired by, but were a little bit more aggressive. The Stone Fathead,
Fathead.
the TBA.
Oh, the Texas
the Texas brown ale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you get
their
Fathead with that?
Fatheads, wasn't that?
Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah.
I win.
Okay, him agreeing with you does not equal win. Okay, tell me about Fathead because I'm just like totally blanking on what
they're-
Fathead is.
Brewery from Texas?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. It was
Oh, they were involved. Okay, they were part of
was
the
a
collaboration.
collaboration
Yeah,
beer.
yeah. Okay, sorry. You shut up. Whatever. The only Fathead I have in my head is the barley wine from Nebraska Brewing
That's
Company.
not what's in your head.
I didn't say what was in my mouth.
Bam! Oh!
We're talking about the
We definitely went there.
Booyah! I think the only reason I say that this is a specialty ale, and in my opinion should stay a specialty ale as far as like having a style guideline, is that I've had other hoppy brown ales and I don't necessarily like them as much. And I really think that Dogfish Head with Indian Brown Ale hit the mark perfectly. And it's really hard to do this style properly this way. And I feel like if it became like a style that everybody was doing, that there'd be a
all
really
screwed
lot
up.
of brown ale, hoppy brown ales that just tasted like absolute.
Yeah, it's like, well, I could make a brown ale. I'll just
Right.
throw more hops in there and dry hop it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
More apps!
Dogfish Head does it really well, and I feel like if it became a style and they were doing it right, we just have a whole bunch of these beers.
Yeah,
and it's
right.
already like there, so it's
But
good.
still, you can go different ways with this. You could like infuse coffee or maybe some kind of fruit character.
Right, but then you're out. Then it's not really the IPA status at that point. I mean, you're just then you have coffee, fruit,
IPA
brown
status.
malt, and then hops, and it's like way too much shit going on in a beer.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I just. Yeah.
That's up for debate.
John's gonna brew this
Up
just
for
to
debate.
spite Steven.
Actually, you know what? Chime in, comment, and let us know what you think. Now we are going to do Wookey Jack from I think what is I'm going to say right now is my favorite brewery on the planet, which changes frequently, but right now it's all about fucking Firestone Walker.
Yeah. Here you go. Right here, buddy.
Oh, I was like, who's hiding the thing?
So the cool thing about this beer is like, it's, I said like.
It's like
Oh my god, it's like so like awesome, and John is actually from the valley.
I am from a valley, technically.
Valley.
But it's a black ale made with rye,
Yes.
which is what sets this
And
apart.
you know what? I love rye in beer.
I do.
Rye in beer is like awesome.
Yeah, it adds a bit of spiciness.
So cheers to Firestone Walker.
Cheers.
And our final cheers. So cheers again to IPA Day.
Okay, Wookey Jack came out, I think, what, 3 months ago, 4 months ago?
Something
Well,
like
it came out before that as a specialty product that was strictly on
no.
tap kind of thing.
I mean, on bottles.
Yeah, on bottles it came out 3 months ago, but
Yeah,
it's been
that's-
around for longer than that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I think they were just releasing it when we did our show at Firestone Walker, which was
Well,
Yeah, it was like right beforehand. I actually remember
Right.
like Matt was we
Talking
asked him what was
about it.
coming up, and he
Right.
was like, "Well, we're doing Wookey Jack."
yeah.
and I like it just because it's Wookiee, and I'm a big fan of Star Wars. And
But,
they don't spell it the same way, so I don't know
big
if there
hairy
is a
things.
connection.
I think that may have been
They
just
don't?
like
Those are
trademark.
bears.
How do you spell Wookiee on Star Wars?
It's IE, yeah, at the end.
The thing I was going to say about this is for this bottle being 3 or 4 months old, it smells amazing still.
Oh yeah. And I think the black IPAs actually hold up a little bit longer.
Yeah, because they turn into like a hoppy stoutish kind of
Right.
thing.
They don't go to the barley wine spectrum,
Well,
which
they're
is
black. They're black ales.
Yeah, and so the problem is that when an IPA goes to the barley wine world, it doesn't go there good. It doesn't go there in a way that
Some
actually
do.
tastes good.
Some do,
Right.
but for the most part,
After a
It's
while.
like
Yeah.
it's more like this oxidized barley wine thing that
Yeah.
doesn't really work.
Yeah, once all those hop oils in there start to oxidize, it's really nasty.
nothing
And
to
I
say
but
that.
the-
I'm thinking of that whole IPA going barley wine-ish thing, and I kind of get that from it. But the roasted malts on this and the rye kind of cover that up.
Well, I
Yeah.
think
It makes it a very
A longer
purchasable
lasting,
beer.
longer lasting beer.
if
gives
I'm
it
not
more shelf
mistaken, I think dark malts actually have like kind of antioxidant kind of qualities. So the fact that it's darker will actually extend the shelf life.
Okay.
Just by nature of it being darker beer.
Facts on New Brew Thursday. Boom.
And they
That's
help you
what
out
Matt
with
brings
pH
to the
when you
table.
brew too.
Yes, exactly.
pH
Yes.
or PU.
pH.
Okay.
You
PI?
are PU.
Magnum PI?
Please. I showered 3 times today.
All right, I am gonna drink this beer now.
Yes.
You showered 3 times. That was funny.
Inside story.
Anyway, before we go down that road.
It's nice just because it has that really nice, like, kind of citrusy quality. It's almost kind of fruity as far as the hops go, but then you get a little bit of that, like, rye spiciness, you get a little bit of, like, chocolate quality. I mean, this is one of my favorite black IPAs,
And
period.
this is before I say this, I'm going to it's 8.3. So I mean it's still
get any
it's a little
alcohol
high.
on this?
No, it's still a little high.
I get
but
no
it's
alcohol, but on the nose, I
extremely
definitely get a
drinkable.
lot of spice on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely drinkable, and it's a beer that like I've drank quite a few of at a bar, and obviously I didn't get drunk, but
Bullshit.
I was there.
whatever. Just because I was dancing naked on the table does not mean I was drunk. I did that anyway.
If you had a few of these at 8.3,
Yeah. The thing
you were
about
definitely feeling good.
Hey, 7 and 7 all over your lap last night. Whatever.
what's
I don't
cool,
even know what to make of that.
what's cool about this beer is that it's on the as far as an IPA kind of beer goes, it's on the older side of that timeline.
That freshness range, yeah.
And so it's interesting because you don't have to, this beer doesn't have to be fresh to be delicious. It is delicious
Fresh, right.
But
It's a beer you can play with though in your cellar a little bit.
yeah, I had this the day it came out, like, and it was awesome.
yeah.
Any kind of difference you noticed between from when you had it the day it came out to now?
Big hop.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
The hop profile on it is huge when it's fresh.
Yeah.
And not huge in a like, oh my god, it's overpowering. It's extremely well balanced, even fresh. But I think that's why it's more cellarable, is because the hops are not such a massive flavor profile of this beer that as it ages, you don't necessarily miss the hops. You just appreciate the malts that are coming out in the beer.
What it's turned into.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's cellarable, but
No.
it's definitely not a beer you want to drink. You have to. Okay.
No one should be proud of drinking a 2012 Wookey Jack in 2013.
It's not, what's cool is it's not a beer you have to drink fresh.
Yeah. If it gets lost in the back of your fridge,
it's not Pliny the Elder.
Then it's not going to be like...
You're not going to drink it and be like, ah, damn.
Yeah.
Now it's such a malt bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
So anyway, we're in August now, and August is awesome. It's going to be an awesome month for us. Hopefully it's going to be an awesome month for you. If you're in the Southern California area on August 10th, you absolutely positively must be at Naja's. For
what?
For the Full Pint 5th anniversary party.
Fifth?
Which will have a very specially brewed Firestone Walker beer on tap, which is going to be amazing.
How'd they pull that off?
I know, right? Anyway,
About
Matt,
tickling nuts? I
Matt?
think you said something like that.
Yes, the nut tickling.
So anyway, and then on August 11th, I'll be dyeing my beard red.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be awkward.
That's for Stone Brewing Company's
Diehards.
Diehards,
Yes.
D-Y-E, Hards for
Yes.
charity.
So support MBT's charity drive for this if you
There's
can.
going to be a link somewhere.
Apparently, one of us in New Brew Thursday, I'm not mentioning any names, will be donating $2 on top of everybody who donates.
Yes.
So make that really hurt his pocketbook.
I deleted that tweet because no one took me up on that. And I was like, maybe 2 wasn't enough.
No, 2 is fine. 2 is fine, because dear God.
I'm not rich.
Yeah, exactly. But donate.
We bump it up to 5. People are gonna be like, "Shit, donate just to see him do
Right,
it."
like even if you want to donate donate $23, that's cool, because then your donation becomes 25, and it's awesome. So donate what you can. It's awesome. It's a great set of charities.
Basically, if you don't know what Stone's doing, every other year for their anniversaries, it's every even year, they have this charity drive where people basically dye whatever hair they have. Would it say on your head?
On your head, yes.
Yeah.
Because contrary to all of you who have asked, I will not be dyeing my pubic hairs. Not
who
that it
wants
would
to
matter
see that?
anyway. Yeah, exactly. No one's gonna see that anyway.
So they do it every other year, and Greg does it. I think pretty much the whole Stone Brewing Company staff does it.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of dye to dye his beard this year. Greg's beard.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah.
Greg, I was gonna say,
No,
man,
he's actually
almost about the same.
Greg will not be dyeing his beard. He's only dyeing his head.
Oh, that's Greg.
so-
That's fucking lame, yo. Dude, you grew that beard and you're not gonna dye it red.
I know. I thought the same thing. Anyway,
What's wrong with you?
So
wash out of it.
In lieu of Greg dyeing his beard, I am dyeing mine.
yeah,
So-
we gotta pull up the slack.
And I haven't shaved my beard in 2 weeks, so it's getting a little long. So I'm keeping it. I'm gonna get bushy.
How much longer do you got?
What?
2 more weeks?
2 more weeks. Yeah, before I dye it. So
Cool.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, and so you'll see me with a couple of episodes where I'm.
And you'll be
red
at
beard.
the Great Nebraska Beer Fest?
Beer Fest, yeah. Well, that's on the 24th. On the 12th, we're going to be at Blue Palms Brew House for the 4th anniversary.
Yep.
Congratulations to Nicole for winning our raffle last week. Woo! Good job.
Good job.
They did reopen on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th.
Booyah.
So, boo.
You said boo. I said
Boom.
booyah.
I said boom.
You said
Hey,
boo.
can we get a collaborative booyah there?
Booyah! And then, so then on the 16th, we'll be at Stone. I'll be at Stone. He'll be at Stone. Matt will not be at Stone because Matt is lame. And you can please
not lame.
tweet at Small Batch Brew and let him know how lame he is for not going to the Stone 16th anniversary.
I've just kind of known as
This will be the first time in 4 years, and we've only been online for 3 years, but in 4 years that the entire New Brew Thursday crew has not supported the Stone anniversary party.
Matt, buy a ticket, yo.
Epic fail.
Yeah, it's
That's a great idea.
pretty bad. Anyway, and then after that, on the 24th, I'll be out in Nebraska for the Great Nebraska Beer Festival. I'm also going to be speaking on a panel there about craft beer and social media.
Cool.
So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope to see you all there. And as always, stay safe and drink beer, and happy IPA Day.
Cheers.